Hi, I'm ActiveHub, and today I'm going to be ranking Ever After High characters. If I forgot anyone, please let me know. I did forget one that I know that I forgot is Humphrey and Jillian. I feel like there was an episode, like a very short episodes, where they kind of like made, I guess, like a hint, not a hint, but like suggested that there could be a relationship there, and I forgot to add them. I'll say where I think that they fit, because I do actually like them as a couple, but they're not going to be insanely high. But let's just begin. So at the very bottom, I have Duchess and Daring. Duchess is one of the characters that I really like, so I don't like him. I don't like them together. I don't like Daring in the book series where it's suggested that Duchess has a crush. Next top villain, where it's suggested that Duchess has a crush on Daring Charming, especially because he likes Lizzie in that series, I think is how that goes. So I'm not a big fan of Daring and Duchess together. I think that Duchess deserves other people, and even though I have Duchess, I don't think she's higher on I don't think that I have any couples of Duchess on the list that are higher. I think it's just two people. Anyways, I think that Duchess deserves somebody better and not Daring. Next, we have, and this might be like a questionable one, especially because it's hinted throughout the series. Not hinted, but like suggested throughout the series, which is Briar and Hopper. And I don't like Briar and Hopper. Number one, I think like Hopper, I really like Hopper's character and how he always really likes Briar, but I don't think that she likes him, and therefore, like, I don't think that the relationship's going to work because, she doesn't like him. And maybe if they, grew their characters and Briar eventually was like, yeah, I like him, but like, no. I don't like their characters together, and when I watched it in like webisodes and stuff, I was not a fan. Also, like, Hopper's just like really obsessed with Briar, and I don't know, I just think he needs to find someone who likes him more. Obviously, we know who's closer to the top. I did go off base the webisodes, the show on Netflix, and the books that I've read. So, yeah. And next we have Sparrow. Why is this so small? I feel like all these are really small. I think like they just don't show up. Anyways, it's fine ignoring it. We've got Sparrow and Poppy. Yeah, I just don't think I like Sparrow. Well, no, that's a lie. I actually really like Sparrow's character. I think he's a fun and interesting and cool character. Like, I do actually really like him as a character, and just like somebody who causes trouble. Obviously, next top villain, obviously I didn't like him, but like also I liked, because he did what he would do in a normal situation. Anyways, doesn't matter. The point is, he always gets paired with weird people, and I'm not the biggest fan. Obviously this one's a little bit lower because I don't think Poppy likes him in the book. It's been a while, and I think they're just friends. And I'm not a big fan of when people like ship friends together. It's not my thing. I say that, but like also I ship a lot of Ever After High characters that are solely friends. Anyways, I like these two better as friends than I do as a couple. Yeah. Next we have Sparrow and Duchess. Sorry, Sparrow, but all your people are low on this list. I actually like them better better than some of the others. But again, I think Duchess deserves somebody better. And next top villain, Sparrow, no. Definitely screwed her over. Anyways, I think that in some of like the webisodes, like I think they're fun, kind of like character couple, but I think that there's better ones on the list, of like ones that like are actually dating or actually like have a little bit more chemistry. Yeah. Again, I want Duchess to have somebody better. So yeah. Honestly, I kind of regret putting them so low just because like, I don't know, like in the webisodes, I feel like they're always together, but again, that just deserves something way better. Next, we have Humphrey and Michelle Mermaid. I think this is hinted at in the book. I think the one that she's in. And I don't really remember too much about the relationship. I don't really like them that much, I'm not gonna lie. We just don't really see a lot of them, especially because Michelle was added later on in the series, so I don't really have a lot of, like, character development for her, like, any really characteristics about her, so that's why they're lower on the list. I do actually really like Humphrey, I'm not gonna lie, like, I like, you know, the people that are, I can't remember what it's called, but they're a part of, like, the one squad thing, what is it called? I don't know. I was gonna say like nerds, but like computer, whatever, from Ginger's book. Anyways, I can't remember the book series either. I'm not gonna lie. But the book, not book series. Anyways, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Don't know a lot about them. Can't really rank them higher. Next, we have Sparrow and Holly. I rank them a little bit higher because I like the concept of this relationship. Like, I think it's off-centered. I think that they could be really cute, but again, we don't really see a lot of them. And I also don't remember Holly's thoughts and feelings on Sparrow. And yeah, so that's my thoughts here. I don't remember what Holly really thought of Sparrow. She probably didn't like him, but nonetheless, I actually really like Sparrow's character. Anyways, let's go. This one, I think there's better relationships of Daring. I did really like this episode where Lizzie was like, don't tell anyone, and then Sparrow didn't, even though it was a bet. And that kind of like bothers me that like they like bet that he couldn't get Lizzie or like date Lizzie. But the fact that he did keep it a secret and didn't tell people was really sweet. But again, also I didn't like this relationship because he, you know, did the bet or whatever. I don't remember who he did it with, but anyways, that's why it's a little bit lower. But I actually like Daring's growth, character development. Anyways, then we have this one. Daring gets shipped a lot with characters, and I find that so interesting that, like, I feel like he's just not a fan favorite. I feel like obviously, like Dexter and Hunter are more fan favorites. Hunter has like a solid relationship, and then so does Dexter-ish with two people. But I feel like Daring always gets roped in with people, and it's just interesting because, like, he's, in my opinion, he's not my fan favorite. But I actually really did like this. I thought it was interesting because, like, Cerise is, like, very, like, athletic, and I feel like that's kind of the opposite of, like, what Daring wants, which is, like, a princess. So I don't know. But I did actually really like this this relationship. Was it in True Hearts Day, maybe? I don't know. I thought it was cute, and I kind of wish that they had done, like, more with it, and gone further with a relationship with them, instead of, you know, switching it up again. But nonetheless, they're cute. Next, this one also, I kind of debated on, like, whether I would put them lower or not. I feel like we don't see a lot of them, Bunny and Alistair, and I don't know, but, like, they're, like, a real relationship in the show. I don't actually know if they're dating in it, but definitely, I think they went on a date in one of the episodes, but it's been a while since I've watched it. Anyways, I had to put them higher because they actually are dating, but again, I don't know, like, a lot about them. Also, after this is where I would put Jillian and Humphrey, just because I think that they're really cute and sweet, and I feel like they would make a cute couple because, like, Jillian is very athletic and Humphrey is not. I don't know. I like that kind of dynamic, and they rank higher than Bunny and Alistair. Sorry for that. Next, we have Apple and Daring. This is a relationship that I'm not the biggest fan of. Like, I don't know. When I watched it, I was like, I didn't like this because, like, you know, I don't know. Thoughts are different here, but I do like, you know, that they're like, we're not gonna date now, but, like, we're gonna be friends, but eventually we're gonna get married. And because of that, because of just their dynamic, he's ranked higher. But I feel like anytime that he was, like, with Apple, you know, he was just like his self that I disliked, the having women swoon over him, I guess girls. So, you know, I didn't really like him when he was like in the era of Applewhite because, yeah, I feel like that was kind of the purpose though. Anyways, next we have Raven and Dexter, and there are a few people higher than them, which shows I don't like them. Raven and Dexter, I feel like, is a relationship throughout most of the series that they like really were like, are they gonna date? Are they not? Are they gonna date? You know, that kind of thing. Dexter is actually someone that I really like, and I do really like their relationship, but I think that later on there are just better relationships that I'm rooting for, and obviously I like Dexter with somebody else. So therefore Raven drops, but I think that they're a really cute relationship. And yeah. Next we have Daring and Rosabella, and this is one that I didn't see coming, but like all of a sudden they just like shipped them, and I was like, yeah, okay, because he like does like a change, like a switch up in who his princess is, which makes me question, is that like how that works? Like, do they not actually technically know what story they're going to? Because obviously not obviously, but I assume Darling is going to Applewhite's story. In one of Darling's books, or in one of the books, it makes the statement that Darling didn't actually kiss Apple and instead gave her mouth to mouth, which would make sense on like why the kiss didn't work if she was like choking on an apple with Daring. But then like why did his story switch up? And so it just kind of like leaves me with questions of like, do people actually not know what story they're going to? And like, you know, obviously the question I've always had is like, who is Briar and Ashlyn's princes? Because we don't really meet them, and obviously you would assume that one of them's Dexter, but that leaves one not having a prince. So I've always just had questions. But I didn't really see this kind of relationship happening, so I really like it, and especially in the Once Upon a Twist book with Rosabella being like very kind to Daring and just like being patient, because like, I don't know, I feel like Daring is just perfect for the Beast, and so I love their relationship so much. Like, I cannot explain. Like, I think, like, this character development and growth, just, like, switch up with his story is so fun. Next, we have Ashlyn and Hunter, and actually always really liked Ashlyn and Hunter's relationship. So it's kind of sad that they're a little bit lower on the list, but that just shows how good the other ones are. Anyways, I love them. I've always really liked Hunter, so yeah. That's all I've got. Also the fact that one's rebel and one's royal, at least in the very beginning, because I feel like there was like a switch up there. Maybe, now that I think about it, I don't know, Briar switched, I feel. Doesn't matter. Anyways, I feel like there's not a lot of explanation needed for this relationship because I think it's one of like the strongest ones, at least openly, specifically, because like a lot of the top ones on this list are not like, they're not dating. So this is the only one that is actually an actual couple on this list. Yeah, at the highest. Anyways, next we have oh my goodness, Hopper and Ginger. Maybe I do want them higher on the list. Anyways, we've got Hopper and Ginger, and this is only from that one book line. That's actually my favorite, like Ever After High books are I really don't know what they're called. The first book in this series is called Next Top Villain, so the second one after that. I love this series because it's kind of like a little bit of like it deep dives into some of the characters that you don't get to see that much of, and this made me like really like Ginger as a character, even though like I liked her before. This like made her one of my more top characters, I guess, and I really like this. And then obviously, spoiler, sorry if you haven't read it, so ignore this part or skip forward, but you know, obviously it shows that Ginger and Hopper are like true loves because of the very end, like true love's kiss, I guess, and I love that so much, and that she doesn't tell him, and she lets him think that it's Briar, so I don't know, I really like their relationship. And I think Hopper should stop pining over Briar. Anyways, next, this one is sad to put it here. It's like not the top, but I really like them. I like that this was different. And like a kids show that like shows, I guess, like LGBTQ plus characters, because I don't know, I just feel like obviously shows don't really do that, or they didn't back then, and so like this was super exciting to see. It was kind of upsetting that they, like I said, that they tried to like cancel it out to like appease parents by saying, oh no, she didn't actually kiss her, it was just mouth to mouth, to save her. But I ship them. I think they're fun, and I love Darling's character. Her, being wanting to be like her brothers and be a hero and not be a damsel in distress. I love Darling's character so much. And I really wish that they had gone forward with this. I was really upset when Darling wasn't in Epic Winter with Apple. I think Apple's in it, yeah. They should have just have them together and be holding hands as they're going on an adventure. I love their relationship so much, and so, yeah. It's look at them. I love Dragon Games dolls. I think they look so pretty, and so they're so pretty together. Darling is obviously the best. Anyways, lastly on the list, and I think the most important, is the one that I've been talking about a lot, C.A. Cupid and Dexter Charming. I think from the very beginning, I was always rooting for them. The second that we saw that C.A. Cupid did everything to help Dexter, fall in love with Raven, it just showed that, like, even though she liked him, she wanted him to be happy. And obviously she's, like, all about, like, love, because she's the adoptive daughter of Cupid. But, like, I really wanted her to, like, have someone and be in love, and I love this. I love their couple so much. I think they're just so fun, and I don't know. I really wish that they had at least given Cupid some character to come in if they weren't going to do Dexter. It did always make me sad because I felt like Raven and C.A. Cupid were such, like, fun characters that, like, they kind of, like, not pin them against each other because there was never any, like, jealousy or anything, but it did make me dislike Raven a little bit because Dexter liked her. Anyways, but yeah, also they are friends, so Dexter and C.A. Cupid. Anyways, that is all I have for this video. I'm Octopab. Thanks for watching me rank Ever After High couples. Again, sorry that I forgot Jillian and Humphrey, and let me know if I forgot anyone else. So yeah, I'm Octopab. Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoy. Bye!